I think. Oh, okay. Boom. Hello, hello, hello. I think that should be good, right? Hopefully. Ramil, you are my ears in the sky, so here, let me take this off too. But I'm going to put the volume up so I can hear some of the music. Welcome back. First stream of the new year, first stream of the new studio / office, and it's a fun one. It's the Supreme Gundam. So if you didn't read the description, this kit's pretty hard to get, but I managed to get one, luckily. Sold out in like a minute, but I guess I was just fast enough. So thank you for those of you that are here and anyone that joins in the next hour or so for joining me on this build process. So I've actually gone ahead and cut out a bunch of the pieces. I haven't filed them down yet. I've just cut them out and trimmed the nubs so that all I have to do is file them down. I've already got the core fighter done right here. As you can see, it is this beautiful shade of clear red. It's pretty much your standard 3.0. Only difference is the plastic is going to be a little bit harder because it is in that clear plastic, but it's pretty good so far. The main changes we're going to see with this kit are going to be the stickers as well as the Supreme logo in the shield. However, it does give us a regular shield as well if for whatever reason we don't want to display the Supreme logo. Yeah, we have that, but probably not going to be using that because that kind of defeats the purpose. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. Once again, thank you for tuning in, those of you that are watching. If you want to say a quick hey in the chat, that would be much appreciated. Farrells, we are streaming. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know if it sent the Discord notification already, but eventually it'll ping the YouTube squad if the bot's working. So yeah, so we're gonna start here. This is the chest piece. The things I've built already are the core fighter, the core block as well, just because it was only like 3 pieces. I built the rifle and then both of the beam sabers. Other than that, everything else is still up for building. For the chest, which we are doing today, I think it's this bag. Nice. Good to hear that it did. Glad you can make it. Sorry for postponing it for so long. I mean, sorry to everyone for postponing it for so long. I think I haven't streamed since like July or something, but yeah, we're finally back. Got everything for the most part set up. Everything's kind of like jerry-rigged right now. I have cables like all over the place, kind of. Hopefully they're out of the scene, but yeah, there's cables everywhere. I don't know if my cameras are gonna die or not, but they're set up. Cool Guy Shar is always working on something. Darren Lee Kai Juan, hey, thank you for joining. Okay, I forgot what I was doing. We're building. Okay, what are we building? We have all of our body unit pieces here. Let's see, we definitely need this. I need some water already. I've done more talking in the past 5 minutes than I have in like the past week. There we go. Nice, tasty water. Okay, so we need that piece. This one I do need to file down. Where is my trusty razor? Might need to grab a hair tie in a second, to be honest, because I just took a shower. My neck is getting hot. How's the new space working for me? It is pretty great so far. The only thing is the room is a little smaller, so when I'm on my computer it does get kind of hot, but that is pretty normal wherever you go, honestly, unless you have like your AC blasting. But I'm loving it so far. I hope I need to angle it better. We have this thing, so let me show you this thing real quick. I installed this for when I make like the short videos in my reviews of like a kit. So this is actually for backgrounds. I can pull this down and like I have screens that come down. So that is pretty sick. So I have a green screen and a black screen, and hopefully my my mic isn't getting too messed up for you. I'm using this wireless mic right now because I can't find a good way to set up my other mic. But that's what we're dealing with for right now. Okay, let me not get too sidetracked. Let's see, so both of these we need to file down. But yeah, it's been great. The house in general has been good. No major issues, which is perfect for a first-time homeowner. So everything, as far as I know anyways, has been smooth sailing. Who knows what kind of critters are in the walls or whatever. Chaos Battery, welcome to the stream. Boom Cannon, welcome to the stream. Sup, other nerd. Boom Cannon, while I have you here, one thing I've always wanted to ask is, are you natively, are you living in Japan? Are you Japanese yourself? Because you always seem to post all the good Japanese news in the Discord. And for that, I'm sure many of us appreciate it. I'm trying to be really meticulous with this build. I've spent so long building just these things because I just want it to look really good, you know, because there's not many people in the world who have this kit, and certainly not that many that are actually building it, and I just want mine to look the best, you know. The Nymph, congrats on the home. Thank you, much appreciated. I don't know if well, I'll save that for Discord or something. Sup, other nerds. Bronny is here too. Welcome, Bronny. Thank you for tuning in. No crazy neighbors so far. No, there's I've only had like 2 neighbors introduce themselves, but they've been really sweet. So one of them already gave me a Christmas card this past this past Christmas, which was nice. But yeah, no crazy neighbors. There was one day where I think one of my neighbors was sick and I could kind of hear them coughing through the walls. But other than that, like, I haven't really heard anything. They don't stay up as late as I do because I am for sure a night owl. I work like an 8 to 4 shift every day, but I go to sleep at like 3 a.m., which is not healthy at all. So there's that. Hey, do I prefer the razor over regular sanding systems? I do. Pretty much everyone here, well, I think most people here are fans of the razor, if I remember correctly from Discord. But the razor is just, it's a huge time saver. Pretty much you can do anything, not anything, okay, hold on. Let me collect my thoughts first. Pretty much you can go through grits like 200 to 2000 using just the one file. And that's not necessarily the razor itself, but glass files in general. They have some kind of voodoo magic to them that allows them to do that. But The razor is pretty nice compared to like Amazon files because the grit is a little lower slash stronger than what you'll find in a cheap Amazon file. But yeah, I'm sure there's several people in here that can attest to that as well. Common walls, no common walls. It's a detached house, thankfully, but yeah, they're a little close to each other. Our buildings are probably like 5 feet apart, maybe. I don't know. Must have been some insane coughing or something. I cannot find this part. Did I cut it out? I hope I did. Let me double check. I-9. I didn't cut it out. The one part. I swear this is the one part that I didn't cut out for this entire chest build. But yeah, pretty much in my free time, instead of building this, I've just been cutting out the parts and prepping it so that I can kind of speed things up on stream, because I do want to finish this pretty quickly. This kit came out probably like 2 weeks ago already, and I don't know, I'm just now starting on it. Razor is a godsend. You got a similar sleep schedule to me. It's not a good thing. It's not something to be proud of, to be honest. But if you can deal with it, good on you, because it is rough for me. I just recently was able to start making coffee in the mornings, and that changes everything. Having coffee in the morning. Thank you for the tip. I'm a new builder. Your vids have been a great step into me getting into the hobby. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching the vids. That is one of my things. Is I don't expect like a really great builder. Honestly, like we talked about it in the Discord the other day. There are people in our Discord that are way better than me. But my goal is to help people get accustomed to the hobby and help people get introduced to the hobby as easy as possible and answer any questions along the way. So hearing that is very reassuring that I am somewhat on the right path to achieving my goal. Papa Bear just stopping by to say hi. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see. This goes in here. I haven't been building as much because I've been riding my bike after work. Lost 15 pounds so far. That's amazing. That is way more than I definitely need to start. Funny thing is, a couple people in the Discord and I were supposed to start walking / running, and then I got into the whole, oh, I bought a house thing, and you know, that kind of died down, which I guess is all right. It's excusable, but I definitely need to start getting back into that. If you were part of that group, I apologize for letting you down, but we can definitely start that back up, especially since the new year has passed. But yeah, congrats on the weight loss. That is an amazing feat. And the Sazabi is a fitting reward to do. Master grade or real grade. I haven't built my real grade yet, but the master grade is, ooh, it is a big one. Super detailed too. For how old it is, it has a great amount of detail, good amount of heft too. It's kind of hard to balance on an action base unless you have like one of the feet on the ground. But other than that, amazing kit. Let's see, I need to get a bunch of these out. How many is this? 6, okay. Ooh, I'm not catching up. Okay. Let me, hold up. So I have my laptop on the side to monitor chat. That's just a lot easier for me. Okay. How long do you think a razor should last? I got a razor plus a few months ago and it's noticeably duller already. It should last. So I've had mine for, it feels like years, but it's probably been maybe like 8 to 9 months. One thing you do have to keep in mind is you need to brush out the pores. I used to have an old toothbrush I would do that with. This is just a makeup brush that is more so for the dust. But if you can see, I don't know if you can see on this camera. There's like kind of plastic bits all over on the middle. With ABS plastic and the softer plastics, they'll definitely get stuck in there a little more. But if you use an old toothbrush, and especially if you like dunk it in some water and brush it with an old toothbrush, it should clean it out pretty easily. But it should last you a while unless you're like grinding too hard, or if you're, I don't know, filing metal for some reason. I haven't really heard of any issues regarding, what was I saying? Regarding the razor being too dull after a while. So yeah, big takeaway, make sure you are cleaning it. Okay, which side of these goes on which? That, okay. So this, I know these two parts are different. I don't know how they're different. Oh, they're like, no, it doesn't help. So it's like slightly angled like that. And I don't know which way. Let me take a closer look at this picture. I'm gonna say it's supposed to be this one. This one with this one. Okay. Tom Bay says, hey Angelo. Hey yo Angelo. Welcome Tom Bay. Thank you for joining the stream. Pedro Calderon, so you cut all the pieces out first to build it faster, then cutting them out one by one. So this one, usually on stream I just cut it out one by one. This one specifically, I cut out first because, well, it's kind of like a side thing, but I want to save all the nubs from it to use kind of as like props for the review video I make for it. I don't know. You'll see that eventually, but yeah, usually I cut it out one by one. Very rarely I'll cut it out this way, where I kind of like separate it by body part and then prep it. The last time I did that was with the Perfect Grade Exia. Does this look right? This doesn't look right. Let's see, so that's supposed to be, we get this one. Supposed to be like that. I guess that's fine. It just doesn't, I don't know, something about it just doesn't seem right. But it aligns, so can't complain. Done a great job in helping me get into the hobby. Bought my first one just before Christmas and I'm deep in the rabbit hole now. That is That is just how the hobby works. You start with one and, you know, you just keep going. Because you keep finding ones that you like, and then Bandai keeps releasing really good new ones. And before you know it, you have 30 sitting in your backlog like me. I think I have like almost 40 actually. I don't remember what the count is. 100% sure my Filipino relatives would call me malnourished. Yeah, well, I've had that. Funny story, there's this one time when I was younger, after church, me and my family would always go out to eat with my grandparents. And my grandmother, she had, we had gone to Captain D's once. Captain D's is a seafood restaurant for those of you who may not know. And I had gotten like a kid's meal. And after I had finished my food, like I was completely content. I wasn't complaining, I wasn't hungry or anything. And my grandma, she's like, "You want more? I'll get you more." And I'm like, okay, I guess. And then so she goes and gets me more food. And then right after I finish the second one, she comes up to me, she's like, "You need to lose some weight." I'm like, "Come on, you're the one who got me it. Like, what am I supposed to do?" She debated me. I was so hurt. Not like actually hurt, but like in a funny way hurt, I guess, which, I don't know. Hopefully that's not offensive to anyone. But yeah. Let me catch up on chats. Got a lot more to lose myself. Don't feel bad about not being active, but walking is a good idea because I got really lazy over the summer and getting back into exercise is really hard. Appreciate the encouragement there. Haven't had issues with my razors either. Don't build as often, but I clean them regularly with a toothbrush. Chaos Battery says they use blue tack to clean up files. That is a good idea as well. Maybe even tape if you don't have blue tack, or I don't know, Play-Doh or something. I use poster tack for cleaning some of my tools, which you can get at like Walmart or something like that. Long time no see. Very lucky to see you in live stream. If I'm not mistaken, that is Piochinko. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, I don't remember, and I can't read the characters there. But if that is you, then appreciate you stopping by. It's been a long time since you spoke in the Discord as well. Maybe I'm pressing too hard. I only use it on exterior armor pieces, then clean it lightly. It could be. With exterior armor pieces, those are definitely a harder type of plastic than inner frames. And with the harder plastic, I tend to do lighter strokes, just because, well, in general, you want to use lighter strokes with a razor because you don't want to introduce scratches into the plastic. Like you're just slowly filing it away. So I'll do like multiple light strokes, specifically in one direction as well. That's not mandatory, but it does help with the whole scratch thing as well, as opposed to like scrubbing back and forth. I just do the one direction. Am I on Twitch? Technically, yes. I don't stream there though. I was streaming games for a little bit, but I don't know. I couldn't consistently do it at the time. Right now, I only stream on YouTube just because that's where my audience is. But who knows? Maybe in the future I might simul stream, whatever it's called, dual cast, whatever, to other platforms. I know Facebook is getting relatively popular for streaming. I see streams popping up on my feed every day for games I don't care about and people I don't know. So, and I heard Instagram even has some game streamers. I don't know how that works, but I've seen it. Taking a break from Gunpla and begun to build Warhammer miniatures. Very fun and uses most of the techniques and tools from Gunpla building. That's what I've heard. I have a friend who actually did the opposite. He went from Warhammer to Gunpla, and he uses certain Gunpla during Warhammer. Failed the test. Videos have been the most helpful and comprehensive that I've found on YouTube. Built my first kit as an adult a couple weeks ago. It's been like 15 years or so. Master grade unicorn. Well, I appreciate the feedback on that. Master grade unicorn is definitely one to keep or be careful with. I was actually just posing mine the other day, and it was just, I don't know. It's not one that you're gonna want to pose all the time, is what I'll say. When you get a pose, it stays in that pose. Don't get me wrong, but getting it into that pose, that's where you start coming across the issues. But overall, it's an alright kit, I would say. I'm not gonna lie and say it's really good, but I mean, the master grade unicorn kind of has a negative reputation in the community. But yeah, congrats on building your first kit after 15 years. That's awesome. This one is being stubborn. Since this is an inner frame piece, I'm fine with just cutting it off with a hobby knife. Gaslighting girl boss slay. Did I use new internet words right? I have no idea. Honestly, I every time I see the word gaslighting, I have to look up what it means because I always forget. And even if you were to ask me right now, I would not be able to tell you without looking it up again. Is this the right piece? This isn't the right piece. But I need... Is it? I can't tell. No, this is the right piece. This is the right one. Okay. I lied. Real Great Sazabi is too much for me right now. I don't blame you. It's definitely an involved kit, but it is very rewarding in the end from what I've seen and what I've heard. So that's definitely going to be a personal kit of mine, meaning I most likely won't be streaming it. But let's see. This goes on this side. This goes on this side. Ramil loves the Real Great Sazabi. That is true. Ramil would have better input on it than me. Hi chat, I'm new to scribing. What do you recommend, hook or push? If you're just starting out scribing, I would recommend push broaches because hook style scribers I've used before, and I actually switched over to push because you're, in my experience anyways, you're more likely to take out too much material with a hook scriber. So I like using the push ones because I'm not that good at scribing yet. So it's a little more forgiving when you're scribing lines. What is my most wanted kit that you can't find? I can't find this Nadju Stein Verka for anything close to a decent price. I am looking for a high-grade Legilis, if that is, I think that's the name of the kit. It's from Age, and I saw it once, not like in stock or anything. I just saw a picture of it. I was like, what is that kit? And since then, I've wanted it. It just looks amazing. Okay, E14. It's not that piece, it's this one. This might be our first outer armor piece. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Unicorn shoulders were falling apart when I tried posing it. I am now waiting for the full armor Gundam Master Grade Unicorn to come in. Ooh, that is going to be rewarding to finish, but it might not be fun just because, I don't know. Personally, I hate when I have to build multiple of the same parts. I even hate when I have to build 2 arms and 2 legs. And that kit has like, I don't remember if that one has like the 6 Gatling guns or not. I know the Master Grade Extreme had the 6 Gatling guns, and I did not want to finish it, but I had to, so I don't know. That might just be a personal thing. I'm like dusting it off onto the other parts. This is poor management. Just did a 10.5-hour shift. Love the real grade Sazabi so much. I bought the Verka. I did the opposite. I love the Verka so much I bought the real grade. By the way, the Warhammer hobby is so much more expensive than the Gunpla hobby. For me, the paint costs like several high grade kits. That's pretty crazy. I would not expect that, considering they're like, I don't know, are they like this big? Is that about right? Too scared to put stickers on my Sazabi, so it's blank at the moment. A lot of kits I actually don't put stickers or decals on just because I always have this feeling that I'm going to paint them. But you know, when will that happen? Who knows? I think I actually want to set up a station in my garage for painting. Which would also mean I have to put a heater in there if I want to paint during the colder months. Then I please make real grade or master grade Legilis. That would be amazing. But knowing me, I'd buy it and then not build it for another 2 years, right? Maybe that should be my real resolution, finishing my backlog. That would be the most difficult thing to do all year. Is there this one? Okay. Have no scribing experience, but I would have guessed the opposite effect between hook and push. Yeah, I've tried I've tried both, but like I said, I started with hook and I switched over to push. Plus, you can get a decent set of push brooches pretty cheaply if you have access to Amazon Prime. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, I can still talk when I'm over here because the mic is on my collar. I don't have the tips, but if you search like Gunpla Scriber on Amazon Prime, you'll come across something like this. And it's actually pretty decent for the price. It's like maybe somewhere between $15 and $25. And it comes with 5 or 6 different size tips, which, I mean, you'll mostly be using 1 or 2 of the smallest ones. But it's pretty decent quality for a starter. So it's a good place to start, and it's a cheap way to start. The hook scribe that I started on was the Krios Mr. Hobby one. And that one was maybe like $25 just for the one size. So yeah, hook style, not too many places make the hook style ones from what I remember anyways. I know Mr. Hobby does. I want to say Display has some as well. Excuse me. This man is gonna hate the high new fin funnels. Oh, I definitely am, because I already hated the new Verka fin funnels. Love your chill stream. I got my first Gundam for Christmas and am now waiting for my order of several high grades. There we go. Like we said earlier, it just starts with one and then you start building a backlog. But appreciate the compliment, and you know, if you have that kit unbuilt already, then feel free to build along. Building a perfect grade RX-78 right now as you're building this. Got any tips? With any, I haven't built the original perfect grade RX-78, so I don't know if there's anything wrong with that kit specifically. Gosh, I feel like these are not right because they're not flaring out as much as they usually do. But anyways, with any kit in general, just take your time. It's never a race, and the slower you go, typically you'll get better results. So I think I can put this on now, yeah? Oh wait, no. What? Huh? Okay. Oh, I did that part already. Okay. B7, it's this one. This one has some thick nubs on it. Chat is getting ahead of me again. What's up? I got in Gundam a month and a half ago, and you were one of the YouTubers that got me into it. I'm building the high-grade Atlas Gundam right now. That's awesome. Hopefully you're having fun. And I appreciate you stopping by the stream. Yeah, that's about that. You need several layers of paints, washes, pigments, primers, and etc. to make it look good. Very time-consuming, but it is a fun time killer. I have looked into the paint process of Warhammer just because it... you know, learning about painting miniatures does help with painting model kits. So I remember seeing, of course you have primer, and then you have like base colors, and then you have like regular colors, and then you have like accent colors, and then you have washes and different like oil stain things. I don't know, but there is a lot to it. A lot more than you would expect, but some Warhammer figures come out looking pretty great. Have the same issue, except I'll have to get a shed or something from Lowe's to paint in. Yeah, the house I bought actually came with a shed, but it's like, I don't know, like 4 feet tall. So I would not like to paint in there. I might die from the fumes. I actually haven't even really checked it out, to be honest. There's a little scuffing on this part, so I'm going to buff this out real quick. And while everyone's here, so I'm trying to go back to my old streaming schedule, which was Sundays and Wednesdays. So keep an eye out for Wednesday and of course the next Sunday and each one after that for streams. But in the meantime, if you are looking for something to watch, we have Ramil B over here. He is one of my mods of the Discord and the stream. He also streams Gunpla over on Twitch, and he streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you're looking for an alternate when I'm not streaming and you want someone to hang out with, feel free to give him a follow. Twitch.tv/RamilB, if I'm not mistaken. Feel free to plug yourself, Ramil. I'm allowing it. Okay. Set realistic goals. New Year resolution is to not let the backlog grow. That is not a realistic goal. Honestly, because I already have like, if I were to give a rough estimate, I probably have like 6 kits I'm waiting on from P Bandai. So I even have like, I have maybe somewhere between 1 and 3 kits that I haven't even taken out of the box from P Bandai, just because I know it's in it already and I just don't want to put it away yet for whatever reason. Ooh, this nub is stubborn. I'm gonna have to buff this one out. Y'all are about to guilt me into getting back to work on my Master Grade Barbie. You should. It shouldn't be guilt. It should be, I don't know, pleasure. You should want to get back to it. It's calling for you. Thinking of customizing my kit with newfound Warhammer painting powers. Any high grade kit recommendations? Ooh, high grade is the biggest line, so I could not give you a single kit recommendation. What is the last high grade I built? I don't know. Lately I've only been building like the new high grades, so. I can feel scratches already. Okay, that might be as close as I can get it, to be honest. It might be cracked on the inside finish, which is unfortunate, but no worries. It's just what happens. You know what skills has helped me a lot in the hobby that I wasn't expecting? Nail painting. That is a good point. I actually tried painting Erin, my girlfriend's nails, after painting Gunpla, and I did alright. She took it off right after and did it again herself, but I thought it looked fine. She's somewhere in the chat if she's still watching, but she was talking here earlier. More realistic than saying you'd finish the backlog, though. That is true. That is true. I don't know. If you don't aim high, then you'll have nowhere to work towards. That doesn't sound like, don't take that advice. That doesn't sound like good advice. I think that is fine. Oops. Do my patent pending Gunpla buying check, or use the shed to hoard the nubs and sprues. I can't get rid of my sprues. I have a problem. I've actually been recently breaking down my boxes to make room. So these are like the kits I've built already, and I cut out the box art and then I put the manuals all in a binder. And it's really sad cutting the boxes apart, honestly. And I straight up just threw away the sprues. It was somewhat traumatizing. So, I don't know. High Grade Moon Gundam was really good. I have heard good things about the High Grade Moon Gundam. If you have a Hobby Lobby near you, they tend to go on sale there pretty often for 40% off. Any idea how to do clean builds? Really want to build a Gunpla without using the sticker, but I don't want to repaint the whole thing like I usually do. I mean, for the most part, to get a clean build without using stickers, it of course depends on the kit and like how much of the color is already molded into it. But you can get a pretty clean build using just a little bit of enamel paint for like the eyes and maybe some minor details, and using some what's it called, some panel liner. So yeah, should be fine with just that. Let's see, I need this and this. Anything with small details is good for Warhammer practice. That is true. Quackington, do you know what is there like an official scale for Warhammer figures? I mean, I would think it depends on like the type you're making, because I don't think it's a uniform scale across all of them, right? But like, say you have like a human Warhammer figure, what would the scale be? Goof or Zaku seem like good candidates to practice Warhammer skills on. Yeah, the person I was talking about earlier who went from Warhammer to Gunpla, he bought, I can't remember which Zaku it was. It was, I don't know, something, it was some Zaku, but he got that because it looked like similar to some of the Warhammer figures he had. Why not put boxes inside other boxes? I mean, yeah, but then you still have the boxes, you know? Like when I moved here, I literally had maybe, how many was it? It was a lot. It was, hold on. Let me look at the instructions for this. I probably had like 4 or 5 large Home Depot moving boxes just filled with Gunpla. And, oh my, I have to put that on first. My hair is getting everywhere because of male pattern baldness. What is my favorite high grade? It's hard to tell without my shelf being behind me like it used to be. I'm trying to think. Favorite high grade. Part of me wants to say the Beyond Global, but that seems like a cop-out. I'm not sure at the moment. I'd have to check. The Beyond Globe is just like one of the more sound ones I've built, and like one of the more satisfying out of the box ones, if that makes sense. Oh, one good thing about my new setup is, for those of you who have watched my streams before, you might have remembered that whenever I used the razor, I kept my elbows on the desk and it would like shake the camera a lot. But now I have the camera like mounted somewhere else, so it's not connected to the desk, so it doesn't shake when I use it anymore. Nina Elizabeth, oh snap, you're back. I am back. It's been a long time, but I'm still here. Some would say I never left, but that would be a lie, because I did for a little bit. Where does this go? This goes... Oh, I have to put this... Oh, this was supposed to go in somewhere. No, okay. I did this out of order pretty badly. Okay. Let's see, so this should be able to just pop in here. Got that side. That side. Is that it? That can't be it. There's no way. There we go. And one more. Cool. Then the main thing that sucks about using the razor is you just get dust all over the place, which is why I bought this makeup brush. Nice. Okay, cool. Hit that like button, everyone. That would be much appreciated. Welcome, Homegrown Kicks. Favorite high grade so far has been the high grade Gundam the Origin RX-78-2. That is a good kit. One thing that's pretty cool about it is it does have the different options to set it to like the prototype RX-78 or the one that we typically know. Well, more specifically, the one from Gundam the Origin, the anime. I probably need to wait before I put that part in. Let's see, B8. Forgot my username is my actual name. I got out of Gunpla some years ago and just found a love for it again. What are your thoughts on the real grade Exia? Love what you do. I haven't built the real grade Exia. I have built the real grade 00 Quanta, I think it's technically pronounced, which is a pretty decent kit. It's not amazing by any means, and because it is one of the earlier real grades, it does have a few stability issues in terms of the armor being a little loose in some places, but if you want to make it more permanent, you can always glue it. But for the most part, it's a nice looking kit for sure. Just has those stability issues. Wait a minute, I just realized, don't tell me you're building right now the Supreme Gundam. I am building the Supreme Gundam. It's not one you'll see many people building, to be honest. So this could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you to watch. There's so much red. It's probably hard to tell how much I actually have done on this. But we're probably somewhere between half and 3/4 of the way there, I would say. Of the chest, that is. I was cutting out the parts for the legs earlier today, and oh my goodness, I hate building legs on kits because there's always so many parts, which is good and bad because usually a lot of parts means good mechanics to the legs and like they'll articulate pretty well. Bad because it's so many parts to cut out and clean up, you know, and with me being all meticulous like I am, it's gonna take a while. So I don't expect to stream this entire build on stream, but yeah, I'm just building what I can on stream so you guys can see it and decide whether or not it's a waste of money. Surprisingly, it wasn't much more expensive than well, it depends what you consider expensive is, of course. But like, so the original 3.0 Gramps kit you could probably get for like maybe like $50 on a good day. I don't know if they're in stock that often lately, but I think I got mine for maybe like 48. And then this kit on Supreme was 90, might be 88, I don't know. Oh, I just answered the question. Gotta enter my classes. I'm not paying attention to class. Yeah, you should probably do that. That's way more important than what I'm doing. Yo, Parfait, I was just about to ask if it was a makeup brush. It is a makeup brush. I got it on Amazon. It's probably like, I don't know, $5 or so. I don't know where the top is. It's probably somewhere around here, but yeah, it's nice and convenient and gets the dust off, so added it to the arsenal. What would you say are shortcuts you can take while building Gunpla? That is a trick question. There are no shortcuts you can take when building Gunpla. The only shortcut you can take is the more you build, the quicker you'll get with it. That's all I can say. I mean, I guess some of your tools can be considered shortcuts. Like, for example, if you don't have, or if you have a pair of nippers, all you have is a pair of nippers and a hobby knife. A shortcut to that would be a pair of single-bladed nippers. If you only have sanding sticks or sanding sponges, a shortcut to that would be the razor. But in terms of like actually building Gunpla, you don't get faster at it unless you build more, and even then, like, faster isn't necessarily better. So, hell yeah, makeup brushes. 77? Did I say 77? I thought I said like 88. I don't remember. What do you think the chances are of a PG Barbatos next year? I am hoping that there's a perfect grade announcement. I'm pretty sure we didn't get our perfect grade announcement for 2021 because of the Because of the Virtue, which is a fitting replacement, the Virtue is looking like an amazing kit. But a perfect grade Barbatos, I would hope that is the next perfect grade. However, I think the chances are low just because the master grade only came out in 2019, you know, so I don't know necessarily the pattern of perfect grades. I think we'd probably see a perfect grade new Gundam before we see a perfect grade Barbatos. And we also haven't seen a perfect grade antagonist kit in a long time. I think the only one might be the Zaku. Well, I say antagonist kind of biasedly, but more so perfect grade Xeon kit. Okay, now I need this part. Did I trim this one already? I did. Clean it up. Goro-kun, what nippers am I using? Technically, I'm not using nippers today. I cut the parts out already, but right now I have the USA Gundam Store nippers. I'm using these instead of the God Hands because I don't want to use the God Hands on any clear parts. The clear parts are pretty hard plastic. In general, are pretty hard plastic, and you don't want to use God Hands on hard plastics just because they have a blade. They're very brittle, and typically with a hard plastic, when you cut through it, it'll like snap. Like you'll hear it like click, and that click damages the blade. So I'm even not using my disc bay nippers. I'm more so trying to use nippers that I care less about. Sorry, USA Gundam Store, if you're watching. It's not that I don't care less about these nippers. Well, technically I do, but it has nothing to do with my opinion on the store. But yeah, feel the same way. Maybe eventually. Thanks for the response. Hoping for 2022 to 23 PG Barbie. My bet is still on or Exia Verka soon. Exia Verka would be amazing. Lars X Leia, you're back. I am back. It's been a while. I was still in my old apartment last time I watched your videos. Yeah, I've been uploading videos pretty sparingly since like September because I've been in the home buying process. And if you notice behind me, I actually moved into a new house, and so hoping to get back to my usual schedule. So like I said earlier, that means streams on Sundays and Wednesdays. But yeah, the videos will be rolling out slowly but surely. This kit might end up being one of the next videos, and then I do have a couple planned already to follow up after that. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of my DTOF shelf that I built a lighting kit for. And some people in the Discord have expressed interest on a how-to video, so I'm gonna try to get one of those out as well. So yeah. I'd love to see a perfect grade Sazabi to take up half of my apartment. A perfect grade Sazabi would be insanely large. Or even imagine like a perfect grade Penelope Gundam. That would probably be like, I don't know. So the Penelope is already like here as a high grade. So master grade would be like 144, like 1.5 times. So like this big for a master grade. And then a perfect grade is like almost twice. I don't know. It would be insanely huge. Banana Child says, yo, welcome. Fleekazoid says, yo, welcome. So down for a perfect grade new. Give me that and a master grade Floros in 1 year and I'll be ecstatic. Master grade Floros, I think that is rumored to be the next IBO master grade, which would be nice. So Yeah. Change my username so it's the same as the Discord. Yeah, I remembered based off of your profile picture, so no worries there. Let's see. This goes here, I think. Does this part point up or down? The picture isn't helping. Well, I guess that, like that. Maybe? I think my headset's about to die. Even though I'm not wearing it. Wait, which way does it go? Oh, I'm being dumb. I can't read. Come on. Okay, hold on. Oh, there it goes. And it gets lost to the carpet. Oh, never mind, it's bright red. I can see it pretty easily. I'll wait to see that video about this kit. No plans on buying that Supreme, but want to see what I was gonna say. I mean, if you've built a Master Grade 3.0, it's pretty much the same process. The only difference is the plastic is clear, which means it's harder, which also means nub marks are a little more annoying to get rid of. But if you have the right tools, you can still make it look great. And hopefully I do it justice. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, so the notched edge goes down and the long portion goes in the back, while this part points up, so it should fit in. I don't want to like snap anything. I think that is a snug fit there. For my information, Taco Bell wings aren't worth it. Good to know. I wasn't planning on getting them anytime soon, but that is good information. One shortcut: once you've built one leg arm, use the runners to guide what parts to cut out for the second leg. I guess, yeah, that is one way you can help speed up the process. I did that for this build. Well, I guess technically I did it for like the whole appendage of each part. Let's see. There. How much does it push in? One thing I'm worried about this kit is sometimes with plastic you can stress it just by pushing on it too hard. And because it's clear, you'll see like every stress mark. Okay. That's good. Boom. Okay, now we're doing the cockpit. I would definitely love to see a perfect grade Virtue. That would be insane as well. I mean, there's so many kits that would be insane as a perfect grade, but Virtue we definitely won't see for a very long time. I would think anyways. Who knows? Bandai's been crazy lately. For all we know, they might start releasing 2 PGs a year. Perfect grade core Gundam would be crazy. And then all the armor would end up being P Bandai kits for like $100 a pop. What are my thoughts on Verka kits? Verka kits are pretty nice. The actual background of them, so they're designed by Hajime Katoki, KA meaning, or short for Katoki, and his vision for Verka kits are essentially, he wants them to represent what they would look like in real life. So that's kind of where a lot of the design elements of them come from. And one characteristic you'll see on pretty much all of them is they'll always have these like 4 little chest antennas, like 4 little gray spikes that you'll see on the chest. And that's kind of like one of the signature things he does on Verka kits. For the most part, almost all Verkas are really good. And I say almost all Verkas. The one coming to mind that isn't is the Unicorn Verka. And that one is just, I mean, the only quote-unquote good master grade unicorn is the master grade extreme, and that's one kit I wouldn't recommend unless you're a die-hard unicorn fan. Not because it's bad, but because the price is absurd. It's a great kit though. Am I still missing that part? E4? E is this runner. I cut out E4 already. It's this piece. Okay. Taco Bell sells wings. Taco Bell does sell wings. It's one of their new products. I haven't tried it, but yeah. It's gonna be a nightmare if I drop one of those small beige pieces into my carpet. Yeah, honestly, like my carpet's like beige too, and thankfully this kit is just almost annoyingly red. So it's easy to see even if I were to just like throw it across the room. I don't think I was supposed to sand that part, but that's no biggie. I don't think that's a big deal as long as I keep the other part intact. It was like one of those retaining clips I just sanded, or filed rather. I don't know if I messed up in the build, but my Granddaddy 3.0 feels like it's made of jello. It's impossible to build. I've built a 3.0 in the past, but it's also been disassembled for the longest time, so I don't have any real experience with it, recent experience anyways, so I wouldn't be able to comment. But I don't know, hopefully it's just like something you can push together and tighten a little bit. Sorry, I'm looking at, there's something showing in my camera. I want to make sure it's not doing something weird. Okay, cool. Both of my batteries are fine, I think. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. Okay. I would love a perfect grade Goof custom. Don't think it would ever happen, but I can dream. Easy 8 too. Yeah, there's some Universal Century that don't get as much love as they should, unfortunately. And both of those kits are kind of there. Do I need to put anything before? Okay, I put that after. Yep, I filed down the whole nub there. Got called out, better focus on school. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Don't do it again. Stop by, but don't do it during class again. I don't want to get you in trouble again. See you, General. A Supreme Death Scythe would be so sick. I'd murder for that. That would be pretty impressive. And that sounds like an idea in the making that I might dedicate to you. Fleekazoid is one of my personal friends, so everyone say hi to him. And if you like scary games, he streams scary games on Twitch, which I find absolutely hilarious whenever I watch him. So if you're interested in scary games, horror games, give him a follow at twitch.tv/Fleekazoid, because he would greatly appreciate it. And honestly, his content is pretty funny. Is that the same Kirkland water as when I was there? I mean, it's the same brand. It's not your bottle. It's the same brand. Is it better to go for the Master Grade Extreme or the Perfect Grade with LED kit if you have neither? Ooh, that is a good question. I would say I haven't built the Perfect Grade, but from what I know, I think the Master Grade is more stable. So I would say it comes down to a preference of like the size you prefer, and also how much room you have, because the Perfect Grade's pretty big. Like the Master Grade Extreme takes up a lot of room, but the Perfect Grade is pretty big. Someone just subscribed. Who was it? The real Batman subscribed, not the fake one, the real one. So appreciate that, Bruce Wayne. It's 2:30 a.m. here, so I guess I'll go to sleep. Have a great time. Thank you for stopping by, Voxus. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. Remember when Supreme was just a skate shop? I actually don't remember when Supreme was just a skate shop. Honestly, this is the second thing I have ever bought from Supreme. The first thing was a Supreme Shrek shirt, and I do not regret it at all. I should have worn it. Okay. And this pops in here. Nice. So we have pretty much the full chest. We're gonna do the collar soon. But here's the core block. The core block's gonna live in here pretty much. I'm not gonna put the core fighter just because I don't know if you got any have ever built the 3.0 before, but the core fighter it's not as stable as the core block. Dude, I'm building my Gundam while watching you building your Gundam. Meta. That's one of the themes of Build and Chill. So appreciate you for following directions. I don't know. That sounds really demeaning, but I don't mean it in a demeaning way. Hope you're having fun with it. Be sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe. Thank you, Fleekazoid. Okay, so now we are working for the backpack. What is my girlfriend the hobby? She's fine with it, mostly because, you know, as long as I can pay for food and all the necessities. She actually has built kits herself, and she likes it too. She's built both of the Hello Kitty Gundams and a Fumina Fumina Hashino? The Build Fighters Triad chick. She's built those, and she liked them. And then she also has a Mew Poképla kit that she still needs to build. She finds it pretty therapeutic, as far as she's told me. I do have an idea for the review. Might want to get the Supreme Shrek shirt out. Honestly, that was probably gonna happen either way. Oh no! Did you guys see that error message? I think my camera overheated. That's pretty insane. Let me go get that. I might need to open the door, to be honest, because it is kind of hot in this room. It's probably like 78 degrees in here. So let me put on a be right back. I feel like it might happen again because I see like a similar error message on the camera, but for now it's back and I have the door open, so a lot of cool air is coming in already. So let's hurry and finish this thing. There you have it. There's her input. Too hot, overheated. Okay, so here we have some little, is it pronounced Vernier or Vernier? I never knew, but I've always been saying Vernier. I don't know if it's right. Hold on, speaking of not knowing if that's right, let me see. This doesn't feel right. Where are my Twizzlers? My Twizzlers. Where put them? Well, I'm gonna do this the risky way, if I even can. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I fully shaved this down yet. No, I did not. Not at all. Boom. I say Vernier. According to Gundam Winged Up, it's pronounced Vernier. Well, there's one vote for each, but also one of them is the dub. I don't know. Daehyun Yu, I just got the Supreme Arc 78 too. Congrats. Hopefully you didn't have to pay resale for it, because I know it is going for a pretty penny. But even if you did, it's not as bad as it could have been. So let me know if you're planning on building it. So far, it's been a relatively smooth build. It is pretty involved because of how, what's it called? Because of the clear parts. It's pretty involved in getting the nub marks properly removed. Okay, got that. We need eye. I thought this SEMA kit wasn't going to take a long time, but it's old and really doesn't do a good job hiding the cuts, and I'm gonna have to sand everything. That is the worst. Honestly, that's a very underappreciated aspect about newer kits is nub placement. And a lot of newer kits have really good nub placement. To where like you don't even have to worry about cutting them properly because they're going to be hidden anyways. But yeah, a lot of the older ones are just like, they'll put a nub like on the middle of an armor piece. Oh, you do also have the Tanjiro kit to build. Forgot about that one. Gonna build it and give it to my girlfriend. I'm not that into Supreme, but she is. That's nice of you. That'll be a good gift. You should take a extra long time and then give it to her for Valentine's Day. Save you a gift. Don't follow my advice. Love the videos. Keep it up. Appreciate it, Chris Hariv. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Come on. I think that's as good as we'll see it. It's pronounced is it Vernia? I can't tell if that's Vernia or Vernier. Vernois. Good idea, I'm gonna do that. Just don't tell her about it, so it stays a surprise. I'm fairly new to the hobby. One thing that has perplexed me is determining which nubs need more attention and which ones don't due to being hidden. Any suggestions? So, I guess that's something that kind of comes with building, is you start to learn which nubs are actually going to be shown or not. So like technically this part right here, I don't have to clean up any of the nubs because it's just going to go right here and the surrounding armor pieces are going to cover the nubs up anyways. But me being somewhat of a perfectionist with these kits, I'm going to clean them up anyways. But typically on like armor pieces that are going to go on the outside that are not part of the inner frame, those are the ones you want to pay more attention to with the nubs, because those are going to be the most visible. Anything that is on the inner frame, which would typically be like your softer gray plastic parts, those ones you don't have to be as careful because like 95% of the time they won't be visible. I do all the nubs for practice. That is true. I also tend to do all the nubs for practice. The only time I don't properly finish a nub is if it's on a peg that I know is gonna go into like some sort of socket, because that's, you know, there's no point. But yeah, the majority of the time I will clean up a nub mark anyways, just so that I don't know, you get to see how the plastic reacts to different techniques and like different pressures and stuff like that. Every experience is a learning experience. Oh no, I forgot a PE piece and I can't reopen this part of the leg. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Did you glue it or something? Hopefully you didn't glue it. Polycaps. The 3.0 is still old enough to need polycaps, which is kind of sad. I think even the Perfect Grade Unleashed has polycaps, if I'm not mistaken. Now that I think about it. And this will go here. Sanding nubs is like tending a Zen garden. It can be until it's stubborn. Then it ends up being a chore. The pieces are just too strong. Honestly, I've come across that too, where like just the press fit feels like you might as well have glued it in already. Ooh, we have our first stickers, and I guess, I don't know, I guess I typically will keep the stickers on the kit just to make it true to the kit, but I'm sure eventually I would want to replace it / paint it instead. Though this kit, I definitely wouldn't do a full paint. That kind of defeats the purpose. I'd just do a gloss coat, or even just dip all the gloss parts in future. But yeah, I gotta get these stickers out once I remember them. How do I like the Razor Dust Brush? Like the one I'm using right now, I like it. It's cheap. You can probably even just get like a regular makeup brush at Target and it'll do the same thing. And it's exactly what you expect out of it. It just gets the dust out of the way. Very little maintenance. I mean, you can kind of just like brush the dust out when you're done. Never had to like wash it or anything, which is good. Though sometimes, depending on the kit I'm working on, if there's like a lot of dust, it'll kind of turn that color a little bit, but it mostly only happens when I'm working on red parts. Real flex is buying Supreme Gundam and then painting it the standard colors. That would be, I don't know, that just seems rude to me. Like, why would you do that? That would be pretty funny though, to be honest. Not funny enough for me to actually do it, but one funny thing about the Supreme Gundam is I actually bought a 3.0, like when I bought the original 3.0, it was so I could do a custom Supreme Gundam, but I was gonna do it more, I mean, obviously I couldn't do like a clear kit with it, but I was gonna do like camo all over it. Not like, I mean, it's, I guess, similar to the bait kit that came out a few years ago, but yeah, it's just ironic that Supreme actually came out with a Gundam. Paint it the 7-Eleven scheme. That would be even more messed up, I feel like. Okay. I don't even know what color stickers it wants me to put on this. there's a good chance it's just gonna be red stickers. So sticker 7 is just red. It's chrome red that we're putting. So like you can't really tell in the camera unless I reflect the light, but it's these stickers right here. We're putting chrome red onto red. I mean, you can't get much more narcissistic than that. So question, what ties does Supreme have with Gunpla? Why does this kit exist? I think it's awesome. I'm just kind of perplexed by the combination. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't think they have any direct ties. I think it might have been an opportunity presented to Bandai that would help with exposure and getting more people to know about Gundam and even just Google search Gundam, you know? So I don't think there's any direct, direct ties between them. It's just business. I hope these verniers look less tacky when everything's put together. It's a little tacky right now with these red stickers. They look like shiny red bones. Did my computer just go to sleep? Yeah, it did. There it is. Maybe inspired by the Nike Gundam shoes. It might have been. That is also in a serious collaboration. Like I said, like I think both of those were just like, they probably approached Bandai. They're like, hey, we have this awesome idea to get you more popular in the United States. Or it could have been the other way around. Like, hey, we want to get more popular in the United States. Here, we'll give you our licensing to make these products. Because I can't imagine Bandai is making that much profit off of either the Supreme Gundam or the Nike collab, just because it's such a limited release, you know? They're not doing full-scale production of it. Skateboarding is popular in Japan, and I think they're trying to expose the skating community. Same reason with the Nike collab. Yeah. Which I'm fine with, honestly. I'm all about building the community. Makes sense. Thanks, everyone. So far, the only two collabs that have grabbed my attention were Anna and 7-Eleven Kids. I don't know what Anna is. Is that Ape? Is that, what's it called? Bandai wants to be more mainstream? Probably. It's all because Toonami kicked off G Gundam to like the 6 a.m. death slot. Gundam would be so popular if Iron-Blooded Orphans was around for WB Kids. Well, I guess you can't put that on WB Kids. Iron-Blooded Orphans is a little more adult themed. But, you know, Toonami, I guess. If they had better slots for Toonami. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. It's an airline that often has Gundam liveries on its plane. Where am I at? Oh, okay. G24, 23, and L25. So I think this piece should be for the bazooka slash beam saber or beam rifle attachment to hook it onto the back. I remember Wing being popular on Toonami, but not super popular like DBZ and Sailor Moon. Yeah. So from what I've heard about the history of Gundam on Toonami, is Wing was actually relatively popular. But then once Wing was over, I think the next Gundam show to air was G Gundam. And it got pushed to a 6 a.m. time slot, which of course no one's gonna watch Gundam at 6 a.m. You know? Even if it was like the best Gundam series ever, which you guys can argue whether or not G Gundam is, like no one's gonna be faithful to watch new episodes coming out at 6 a.m. Oh, All Nippon Airways, gotcha. It would have been nice to see an expansion DLC with Gundams on the old Titanfall game. That'd be cool. It's just, you know, licensing issues and all that. But, yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see. Oh wait, this doesn't even go in here. This goes in here. I watched G Gundam before school. See, you were one of the people that helped Gundam survive as long as it could in mainstream America. Anyone know if Gunprimer is bringing back their gate removal setback? After I saw the review on this channel, it was sold out. I have no idea whether or not they're bringing it back, but I will say, I don't know if I mentioned it in the review, but if not, my views on it have somewhat changed, and I would say just get the Razor by itself. And maybe even a few balancing blocks. I've bought extra balancing blocks because they're still pretty nice. But the denim sheets that come with it are definitely not really, they're not special. They don't really do anything. And you're paying for nothing with those. So yeah, just buy the Razor by itself if you can. If you're in the United States, check out majinhobby.com. They tend to have it in stock relatively often. This is the balancing block, by the way, that I'm using right now. Gotta love that squeak. I don't. Oh my, it's so bad sometimes. Sorry, headphone users. Wing Gundam was, okay, hold on, let's see. Also, G Gundam, definitely best Gundam. Wing Gundam was insanely popular on Toonami back in the day. I was also a huge fan of G Gundam, but not many people saw it. I think it was the other way around. Pretty sure G was the reworked sequel. I think I saw that on a documentary recently. Yeah, I mean, it was one of them. I just know one of them got pushed to a bad time slot, and that's when Gundam started to fail in America. Which, you know, that's not, it's by no means Sunrise's fault. It's unfortunate circumstances, I guess. Having purchased the gate removal kit, I feel buying the razor itself and the balance block separately is the better value. I've had very little success with the denim cloth. Exactly. I agree. I agree with Forsaken Chief for sure. I mean, the box that comes with it's nice. I mean, it's just a box. Other than that, it's nothing special. Okay, this goes here. You can turn it, and then I think, yeah, I finished this part already. By the way, let me know, just to make sure, let me know if this audio is coming through clear enough. This is a different audio than I streamed with in the past, so I don't know how well it is, how well it's working, but from my tests, it sounded fine, and you know, you guys are the official test to see if it's good enough, so input would be appreciated. Did I get the Nike SB high grade unicorns? I did get both of them actually. I completely forgot about that. So I managed to get both of those and the unicorn figure, but I did not hit on the actual shoes. I'm probably gonna buy the shoes aftermarket eventually, just for the sake of having them, not to wear them or anything, honestly, because I'm an Adidas boy. I typically don't mess with Nike. But yeah. Audio is pretty crisp. No audio issues here. Cool. This mobile suit is lit AF. Thank you, Chris Rust. Thank you for stopping by, too. Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people have mixed emotions about this kit. Like, some people are like, this kit is so dumb. Why did Bandai even do this with Supreme? But like, I always see it as like, it's getting people to talk about Gundam that like they wouldn't normally talk about Gundam. And to grow the community is probably the most important part about this kit. Like, even more so than like how it looks. Definitely more so than what sales look like. Like I said, this is a limited release, so they're not making that much money, if any money at all, on it. But I don't know. I don't think it's stupid by any means, just because, I mean, it's not my preferred look. Sure. I don't even really like the color red that much. But like I said, anything that gets more people talking about Gundam is a good thing. Is this the right way? Am I doing this right? I hope so. Okay. So I got these here. Oh man, I gotta put the things. These ones. Where do these go? What? These are for the beam sabers. I wear whatever, but I would say doing reviews, Adidas does give better material quality shoe-wise. With that being said, I still want both Gundam SBs. Yeah. I'm biased towards Adidas just because I've bought more Adidas in my life because Adidas tends to go on sale more. And through that, like, I've just learned to love their quality and enjoyed it ever since I was a babe. Gonna have to buff that out. That's fine, I think. I'm probably gonna end up having a buff. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, that side's pretty good. Okay. Thinking about buying the Nike SB Unicorns aftermarket, but not the sneakers. Like the kits themselves, I'm guessing. The only thing about the kits is, like, for the most part, I think the only difference is the box and the stickers. So I wouldn't pay too much aftermarket. If you're a huge Nike fan, I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's definitely less markup than the shoes are getting, but just be mindful of what you're paying for with that kit is all I'll say. I like Hokas for actual walking and running. My mountain bike shoes are Take 5 and they're owned by Adidas now. Interesting. I have never heard of either of those. But I might have to Google that once I finish the stream. Dang it. Scuffed it again. I've gone DC lately. I like the fat skate style shoes. I have never worn DC shoes, but when I was younger, I definitely wanted some. I've always been kind of afraid to skate because I think I have a relatively low pain tolerance. So, yeah. Never ridden a skateboard in my life, but I love me a pair of Vans. I've worn Vans before. Vans are nice. The only thing is, I have flat, wide feet. So Vans typically don't accommodate wide feet. Especially so flat feet. So, while I liked them, they definitely hurt to wear. Sorry for all the squeaking again. Okay. I think we're almost done. So go on this side. Brush it off, brush it off, brush it off. Poco 1-1 is one of the few show brands that can get me through a full day at Disneyland with no foot pain after. We usually do close to 7 miles when we go. Impressive. I'll keep that in mind if I ever go to Disneyland. I love Vans in DC. Don't see a lot of DCs though. Had a really cool pain in high school with magazines. I used to skate a lot. Nice. Flat wide ain't good in a pair of Vans. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Let's see. Okay, I put those on so I can put this on. Oh, something just came up. This goes this way. This doesn't look like it's... Hold on. Let me see. Which way? Is it supposed to go like this? Does it go under? Something ain't right. Oh, you know what? This goes in first. That's why it's tripping me up. Oh, Lord. Trying hard not to. Okay. This goes in first. Then we put this in. Nice. Then we get the flaps that can go up. Then this goes here. Perfect. So we have the mini verniers and the larger verniers with our little chrome random accents. I have the beam sabers somewhere. Here's one of them. Can pop that in. And where are, there you are. There's the other one. And so that should be able to just pop onto the back. And we are close to getting the full chest done. We have like 4 pieces left. Okay. It's crunch time. No scuff, no scuff, no scuff. Cool. I'll never wear Adidas again. Develop a severe issue of plantar fasciitis. I do not know how to pronounce that. It was extremely painful. Felt like I was walking on hot coal and took over a year to undo the damage done. Sorry to hear that. That does sound pretty painful, and I don't blame you. What grits do I use to sand and buff, or what would I recommend? I recommend this, the Razor Plus. If not the Razor Plus, then the Razor Origin. I have to use a Razor Origin right now because if you look right here, the Razor Plus does not fit into this gap. That's where the few situations where the Razor Origin is helpful, because then I can use it here. So Chris Hariv, what the Razor is, it's a glass nail file, essentially, glass buffing file. And it, in a sense, takes the place of sandpaper between grits. Well, in this case, 220 to like 2000. So it lets you sand away, but it also leaves you with a nice shiny finish. So it saves a lot of time, easy to use, more forgiving than sandpaper as well. And it's not too expensive. I mean, it's more expensive than sanding blocks for sure, So this will cost you about maybe 26 without shipping. And the Razor Origin, the smaller one I was just using, that one's 25. Cool. Okay, there's 2 of them. Did I already finish this part? Perfect. Why did I do that one? Nice. There should be one more nub. There it is. Weird spot. Boom. Okay. Cool. What polycap do we need? C4. That is this one. This is gonna be our neck. Razor lasts so long, in my opinion, it pays for yourself. Yeah, honestly, just make sure you brush it off whenever you can, and it'll last you a pretty dang long time. And I cut out the wrong polycap. Should be polycap 11. But yeah, to brush it out, honestly, just keep your old toothbrush. You're supposed to change it out every 3 months, in case you didn't know. And you can just use your old one for cleaning your tools. Hold up. Why does this look like this? Okay, never mind. Which way does it go? Which way? This way? Yes. Yes? Yes. Okay. Then L8 would be slots in front. Goes over top somehow. What? Put this on backwards, didn't I? Okay. Buy it during the holidays. Last Christmas, Gun Primer had a 25% off sale. Yeah, but I mean, at this point, holidays are a whole year from now. I don't know, maybe Valentine's Day will have some sales. When removing seam lines and such with sandpaper, I often end up with scratches despite going up in grit step by step, even after polish. What can I do to avoid this? I would say definitely sand lighter. So typically the scratches that are left are gonna be the deep scratches that weren't taken out by the previous grit. So when you work up grit by grit, what you ideally wanna do is stay light, sand lightly. So you're removing, typically what I do is I'll sand in one direction with one grit. So let's take, I don't know if I'll just use my finger for example. So say I have a nub on my finger. I'm starting off with 1000 grit. You'd probably start off lower if you're removing the whole nub. Start with 1000, sand in one direction, and you're also doing it very lightly. You're not grinding into it, because that's how you introduce deeper scratches. Do it very lightly, kind of just touching the surface and dragging it along. When you move up to your next grit, sand in the other direction and keep sanding until you no longer see scratches from the previous direction. So after I'm done sanding here, at this point, all I would see are vertical scratches. Move up to the next grit, do the same thing, but in another 90-degree angle. So you do horizontal direction again, and then keep going up to about like 2,000 or 2,500. Typically when you get to 2,000, if you want a more matte finish as opposed to a glossy finish, you can start sanding in circles. That'll give you, it won't show the lines as much, and instead it'll be like just tiny circles, which typically will show up as a matte surface if you do small enough circles. If you do want it shiny, then you can get a buffing block and buff it out from there, and you'll get a shiny surface. Okay, what else do we need? I think it's just this. Great question though. Yeah, I think a big mistake that some people do, and even me sometimes, is using too much pressure, because it is pretty easy to get carried away, and I don't know, until you do it a lot and until you get used to like removing scratches, you do have to learn a lot from your mistakes. But you know, you also don't want to sand too much that you get rid of details or edges. So there's that. All right, so we have the chest unit done, chest unit and backpack done. As you can see, it's not entirely clear. There are inner frame parts, typically the gray parts on the original kit, that are molded in an opaque red, but all of the armor parts are going to be in a clear red. We have the core block in here right now as well, but I think that is where we're going to end the stream today. I think we had a good stream, so appreciate everyone that stopped by. And like I said in the middle of the stream, I'm trying to go back to my regular streaming schedule of Sundays and Wednesdays, just around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so expect the next stream this coming Wednesday, so that's 3 days from now, I think. And we'll be keeping on working on this. By that, I hope we'll at least be to the legs. I think I'll probably do the head and the arms on my own. And then once we do the legs are probably going to take forever, to be honest. Kit will be almost done, and then we'll have a review video ready for this kit. So yeah, thank you for stopping by. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to keep up with the stream or keep up with the channel videos. And appreciate you all for stopping by. And sorry, I can't think right now. My mouth is getting dry. But yeah, you guys all have a great rest of the night, and as usual, start building.